This
learners
conference will now be recorded.
and junior learners of this wonderful session. For learning and updating ourselves, there is no age limit. Before starting today's session, I would like to thank Almighty and our honorable founder of our college, Mr. Gopalakrishna Kum. At this moment, on behalf of the entire administration, faculty, we wholeheartedly welcome our beloved principal, Mrs. Dr. V. Pushpalata ma'am, to welcome the participants and introduce a resource person. Ma'am.
ममैव शरणं गता सर्वभावने भरता तत्प्रसाद Kyaasa. These verses from Gita states that we have to surrender ultimately to the God Almighty. When we surrender ourselves, we get perfect peace in this journey. At this moment, I bestow my prayers to the Almighty to give all His guidance and grace. At this time, I pay my acknowledgement to the great founder and philanthropist, EMG Gopalakrishna Kum, whose upheld struggles have carved this gracious institution since 1974. I also pay my respect and regard to Mamadidar and Kalvi Tandai, EMTS Soundarajan, who implemented his thoughts in bringing it into action and which stands as our prime motto, Magalir Arivul, Kudumba Uyarvu. I am filled with regard in placing my prime importance and reverence to our beloved mother, the Secretary, Mrs. EMGS Indrani, respected President, EMGS Potiraja, and all the distinguished governing body members of the management, my beloved faculty members of the Department of Commerce, and the participants from various universities and colleges. Now I take the privilege to introduce the resource person who is the person of honor and hidden within the nutshell. Dr. Shampat Nagi, who is an assistant professor in Maruthapandiya Institute and works as a statistician for three major UGC projects and Kerala Institute of Local Administration. He served as a data scientist for US healthcare industry. We welcome you, sir. Once again, by grace of God, I welcome one and all to this webinar. I hand over the session to Dr.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for this welcome. Now, I would like to invite our resource M. Sampath Nagi, sir, to take over the session.
Thank you, ma'am. Good morning to one and all. I'm Dr. Sampath. As Dr. Pushpalata ma'am has introduced me, so directly we can just go into this session. So today we are going to see about how to write a research paper and how to get it published. So in this, so the main objective of this session, I have disintegrated into two parts. One is part one. You are going to know about how you are going to write your research paper and what are the different types of research papers. As it is going to be a process, so totally there are around four different stages in presenting a research paper. In the part one, we are going to see about that, and in the part two, we are going to see about how to identify a good journal, what are the common hindrances, hierarchy of journal indexing, as well as the process of the research paper. So, part one. Okay, let's see. Am I audible to everybody?
Yes, sir, it's audible, sir.
Okay,
Yes, sir,
ma'am.
it's
Thank you.
audio is clear, sir.
Okay, ma'am. Okay. So in the part one, we are going to see
First
about
stage.
it's the case study. The second one is review, and the third one is short report, that is brief communication, and the fourth one is your original research paper. Normally, a researcher when start doing an study or an research, he should start with a case study, and simultaneously he has to, if he wishes, he can just go for the publication in case study paper. Otherwise, he can just directly go off to review articles. So after that, a short communication or a brief report, that is, if it is necessary, probably you will be going for publication. Otherwise, directly you will be going for your original research publication. So these are the four different stages of research. First thing we'll see about the case study. So case study, you must be knowing about it. It's nothing but you're going to explain your concept which is related to this previous literatures about that particular phenomena, and you are going to write a paper on it. Let me tell you an example so that it'll be easy for you to understand. um, for example, Emotional Intelligence, written by Daniel Goleman, 1985. He has mentioned in his book regarding the bus driver case and the 9-year-old boy's case. Let me show you the example. Let me show you the example of it. So this book was published in 1985. In his book, he has completely mentioned about the different cases he has come across in day-to-day life. So this is a Google book. I have just got the courtesy, and you can just see the example here. So the bus driver's case. What happened? It was like he has just boarded a bus and he was traveling. It was, the concept is about emotional intelligence, and he has written whatever he has come across in his life. Similar to that, a 9-year-old boy case. So he has mentioned about what are all the things which he has seen or observed from that boy, and he has projected in his book. So these two cases he has focused in the preliminary section. So simultaneously, all other sections also will be having same kind of cases. Whatever the researcher observes in his day-to-day activities or come across from the previous literature, just take it down and put it in a paper so that you can compile an case study method or a case study paper. So this is about case study. So the next topic is how to identify an research topic. So normally I have mentioned about management, commerce. Even I have quoted the example of management here, but you can just opt it. Normally you have to adopt what is your specific area of interest. For example, let it be HR, marketing, systems, or other department people also will be there. So you can just go according to your specializations, your area of interest. Then after that, you have to cut down that broader area into an major spectrum. That is, in HR, I have selected emotional intelligence as a topic. So it is the broader spectrum of the topic. And in the third stage, you have to cut down again into a smaller section in studying about a particular group of people or a community of people, whatever population or whatever it is. So here I have selected emotional intelligence among IT people. So here I have. Am I audible, ma'am? Everybody?
Oh, it's audible, sir. So I muted
Okay.
all, sir.
Yes, ma'am. Okay, just we can continue. So
Yes,
in the
sir.
third stage, we have just cut down and we have identified the population and other things. In the fourth stage, you can start writing your paper. So I'll tell you the steps in writing and what are all the things which has to be present in this case study paper. So these are the steps involved in writing a case study paper. First, you have to address the problem which you have identified. For example, emotional intelligence among IT people from the previous literature or your experience from day-to-day activities or whatever it is. You have to identify and address that particular problem. And then in the second stage, you have to think about underlining the causes of the problem. What has caused this emotional intelligence to be negative or positive? So here I have included a dependent variable here. So work-life balance causes negative emotional intelligence. So here emotional intelligence will be your independent variable. Regarding your dependent variable and the independent variable, I'll be talking it in the later session. That is in the forthcoming session in your original research work. So this is the second stage, and in the third, you have to what is the actual happening? That is what causes the emotional intelligence to be negative or positive. Normally, work-life imbalance or work-life balance will be disintegrated into two domains, that is work and family. Either a work is involving in family perspective, or family is involving more on work perspective, which causes an imbalance between the employees. So this is the third point you have to address in this. So then next one, examining the cause and effect relationship. Suppose this is going to be your theoretical framework or an theory part, which you are going to frame with the help of your hypothesis. So normally if work is demanding more, what happens to the emotional intelligence? If family is demanding more, what happens to the emotional intelligence? If simultaneously both the things are demanding more, what happens to it? So it becomes your hypothesis, and you are going to frame a hypothetical statement which you have to address it here. That is cause and effect relation. So next is going to be your final stage, where you have just written the entire paper, and in the fifth stage you have to give a tentative solution for the problem. Suppose work life balance causes negative emotional intelligence, has been it is the major portion which is affecting, means you can just give an suggestion for the organization or the employees for undergoing or balancing the work life, that is work from home, or any other solutions can be given. So these are the 5 stages you have to address in your case study paper normally. So it starts with a problem identification. You have to address the causes, make an outline of your um, uh, theory sections, and after that you have to frame the hypothesis. This hypothesis may or may not be proven. It depends upon the researcher, so there is no harm in doing that. So in the final stage, you have to give a solution for the present uh, negativity, that is negative emotional intelligence. So give a solution for it. Then in the so till here the first stage of the paper has been completed, that is the case study. So in the second stage we are going to see about the review article. In this review, you must have come across what is called as a review, literature reviewing, or taking the content or variables from the previous. So here I'll just give an introduction, like you just go and verify the previous work, and first thing you have to do is that you have to identify the variables involved in the research. So in the first stage, I have said you have selected a topic, and in the second stage, you are collecting the reviews and you are identifying the variables. So this review article has 6 major steps in writing and review. So I'll tell you the basic steps of writing a review. So in this, first you have to address the author's name, then the year, topic, area, and the industry of the research, variables involved in the research, results of the study. So whenever you are just mentioning the author's name, please kindly have it in note that you should not have any kind of salutations in your research work. I'll just show you an sample of uh, doing an review paper. So this paper was published by me, and this is in particular. Uh, I have taken the entire this is an original research paper, so I'll tell you how to take notes from this. That is called as a skim reading. Initially, whenever you just download a paper or see a good paper which is related to your topic, just go through the abstract. These are the some basic concepts. Just go through the abstract. In certain papers, the abstract will not cover the entire strategy. So in this case, I have mentioned the topic as effective analysis of service climate of cooperative banks in rural areas of Tamil Nadu. So here I have just mentioned about the banking industry and the overall outcomes. So this paper has not covered which are all the areas or who are all the population, even all those things. It is not mentioned here. Just have a note about the topic and the author's name. Just directly go to the research methodology. In certain papers, it will be mentioned as a research methodology, or directly it will be mentioned as methodology. Just go to this and you can identify in which areas or the population they have selected the samples, and what are all the statistical tools they have used, and moreover uh, what are all the variables, that is the dependent variable or the independent variable, moderating variable, whatever they have identified. So just have a note about it, and after seeing this, have a look at the samples, whatever they have selected. Just directly you can go to the conclusion part. In certain papers, the conclusion will not be given directly. Instead of that, they would have been given as recommendations or discussions. So just go to that and see what are all the opinions they have given related to the variables in the research methodology portion. So after seeing this, you can just start writing a paragraph or so, or if you're doing it in the system, you can just copy and paste it, and you can just finish up your review of literature. So after this, the citation for it is very essential. Many of our authors, what we will be doing is that we will be writing the reviews very effectively, and simultaneously we will forget to write about the citation part. So once again, I'll repeat this step. After skim reading it, just write the author's name. Year should be followed, what the topic is about, and the area and industry of the research, that is the samples. What are all the variables which they have been identified, and at last their results. Simultaneously, you have to write these citations also. So these are the some basic steps involved in writing the citations. So in this, initially, like your reviews, you will be mentioning about your author name. Kindly include full name with their initials and salutation. So here you will be mentioning about their like you will be giving respect whether they are doctor or Mr. or Mrs. or whatever it is. So you will be writing their salutations and their full name here. So after that you will be following with the year and then the topic, which should be in double quotes, that is topic or the book name which should be in double quotes, and the journal name, that is book name or the journal name. The fifth stage will be your volume, issue, ISSN number, or if it is related to book, you should mention about the chapter number and the ISBN number. Suppose in certain cases you will be having EISSN as well as PISSN, that is electronic ISSN will be like the online publication, and the print ISSN will be with your uh, certain journals will be having some print options. So you can just mention both the ISSN number here. So simultaneously, if it is having an print ISSN, the RNI number will be there. That is issued by the Regulatory Newspaper of India. So if you have that also, you have to mention that one. So after that, your page number, and the final stage is very, very important. That is the online link which your paper uh, has been published. That particular page or the link, you have to mention it here. If suppose somebody refers it, if they click on this particular link, normally one citation will be added to your link, or one view will be added to your that is your citation. So that is very important. So these are all the basic steps which are involved in writing the reviews as well as the citations. So now I'll be just talking about the different kinds of variables. As of here, there are many variables according to statistics. So now I have just mentioned about four different aspects. That is, one is dependent variable. So from the previous slides I have taken, dependent variable is emotional intelligence, and the independent variable is work-life balance, and the moderating variable, which I have been taking as training, that is the overcoming work-life balance. So that I have taken as training. So, and the extraneous variable is the outside variables which you cannot see or identify. It depends upon the research work. It is which you are measuring. So normally for this statistical tools you will be using like regression, you will be having some outstanding constant variables. So normally that will be taking their standard error or standard deviation in that part, and it will be measuring for you. So there is no harm in this. So now dependent variable again, emotional intelligence I have taken, and the work-life balance I have taken as independent variable, and the moderating variable. This particular moderating variable, it is required for a longitudinal study or an study which you are going to do for continuously 3 or 4 times. So based upon the time period you will be doing this. Suppose if you are going and collecting a data from any industry, and you are feeding that data and you are finding out what is the nature of emotional intelligence and what is the nature of work life balance. So in the next stage, after some 4 weeks or so, after giving a small training program to overcome this work life balance, you will be testing this questionnaire again. So again, this is going to be a longitudinal study. So this is an post test. That is preliminarily you are going to do a pre-test where you are not going to give any kind of training to them, and after that you are going to measure the post test, that is after giving a training. Then after that also you can just do an research after some time period, depends upon the researcher. So that will be your follow-up test. You can just identify and extract the result out of it, and you can just mention it in your papers. So uh, now the final part is again going to be the steps involved in writing a review article. So with the courtesy of the case study paper, we are going to identify or introduce our topic here. And in the second stage, we are going to mention the previous literature. Kindly do not go beyond 5 years of literature. Uh, and moreover, certain people will be asking me a question that how many number of research should be their previous research should be mentioned in the PhD thesis or postdoctoral thesis or in the research paper. Just mention if it is necessary in the article. You can mention about 4 or 5. That is more than enough. But it should be so crispy and it should be easy for them to identify. That is by the that is the editor, the journal. So I'll be telling you all those steps in the forthcoming things. So in the second stage, we'll be mentioning about the previous research. Do not go beyond 5 years of record, because before 5 years it will become outdated in the present study itself. So after that, in the third stage, you will be mentioning about the different determinants, that is the variables. And in the fourth stage, you will be tabulating it. And in the final stage, conclude the determinants with the help of previous research. So I'll just show you an example of my uh, review paper, which when I started my that is my PhD career, I started to investigate on the service climate. In this, I have just mentioned about the different reviews, and I have given the basic definitions and other important aspects. After that, the main strategy is you have to tabulate from which year these papers has been identified. That is, this topic has been evolved, and till which year it has been. That is, by 2008, I have just completed my research work. So by 2007, I just kept a full stop here, and I just tabulated it. After mentioning this, I have just directly gone to the determinants, that is the variables. So I have mentioned about this particular person in this tabulation itself. So you can just have a note of this. So they have identified and what kind of research, because it is the preliminary stage, they have not framed any kind of variables. So I have just mentioned about what they have done, a short note on that. And after that, the same person has conducted the research in 85. After 5 years, they have identified certain basic variables, and they have just developed the concept on it. So this is again going to be by 2007. I have just mentioned what are all the, you can just see the difference between the number of variables involved here, as well as number of variables involved in this particular research. So from 1985 to 2007, there was a drastic change in the number of variables which has been involved in the research work. So with this help, I just concluded the study. I have identified certain variables, and I have done my research work. Like that, I have just concluded the study. So this is the paper is about a review article. And so the next one is the short report. Can we have the question and answer session at the last, ma'am?
Sir, so last we
Okay.
can have the question and answers. So everything
Sure,
will be in
ma'am.
the chat box, sir. So
Sure,
we'll
sure,
inform you about all the questions, sir. Thank you, sir.
sure, ma'am. Okay. Till here, we have just completed the stage 1, that is case study, and the stage 2, which is review article. After that, this particular short report is nothing but it's like a letter format, a brief communication. Like certain experiments you will be doing it, I think so science background people will be there. So certain experiments you will be doing it for the first time. you will be trying it new. So you need to bring it, it's like a white paper. You will be giving, you will not be giving the complete ideology of the paper or the steps involved in the experiment. Normally for social science, except psychology or sociology, which is a medical psychiatry, we will not be conducting this kind of research. Is that is the soft skills. So if you're science background people, if you are doing a new experiment, or you are going to conduct an experiment with the courtesy from the previous researcher in a new perspective, that is completely new dimensionality you are going to implement, means you will be writing a short report and you will be publishing it. So, and one more thing, there is no need of publishing this kind of paper. If if the researcher is interested in publishing, he can go for the publication. Otherwise, there is no need. You can just directly go off to the final paper. That is the original research. So till here we have completed the 3 stages of research paper, and this is the final one. In this, these are some of the basic definitions. So let me tell you about the different parts of research paper. So first, initially you will be writing about, let me tell you this one, these particular numbers which are given here, these are the numbers you have to follow in writing the research. Instead, I would have given some numbers, S8, S4, S1, all these numbers, these are the things which has to be followed in framing the research paper. I'll tell you clearly. The first one, you will be writing about your title, abstract and the keywords, introduction portion, methodology, results, discussion, conclusion, and the reference. So these are the steps which are involved in presenting the research article. And when you start up your research article, kindly start with your theory portions that we have already completed in the first 2 stages, that is the case study and the review. So you will be getting the ideology from there, and you will be projecting it here. So after this stage 1, kindly follow the research methodology. So after doing this research methodology, you will be writing your results, and in the 4th stage, you will be compiling your overall introduction portion, and in the 5th stage, you will be writing about the discussion with the help of S3, that is the results, and in the 6th stage, you will be writing the conclusion with the help of that is S5, discussion and results. And in the 7th stage, you will be writing your reference. I'll be telling you what are all the important things which has to be mentioned in each step in the forthcoming slides. So this is the major steps. These numbers are for your presentation in the journal, and these numbers for writing the research article, you have to follow it. And even for your PhD work, or even for your some MRP or UGC stride, you can just follow these steps. First, identify the theory, and then you can just go for the rest of the stages. So in the first stage, you will be identifying about the theoretical consideration. That is, you will be identifying with the help of your case study and review paper, you will be identifying some theories and reviews. So if you are doing a new theory, means you can just build your conceptual model on it, and you can just go for it. Otherwise, okay. So this one, everybody would have seen this. So with this help, if I'm just constructing a paper regarding the motivational aspect, means I'll be taking this Maslow's hierarchy needs, and I'll be following the steps involved in it, and I'll be constructing the paper, uh, that is the theory on it. So either you can just go for, if it is a new theory, you can just build your own theory, or you can just use some others theory, and you can just cite their name. So after this, you are going to discuss about the different parameters in the theories which have been which you have mentioned, that is from the previous literatures. Means let me take the same example. These are the parameters. So this is Maslow's theory, and these are the different parameters, and I'm just going to mention in my study, and at last you're going to justify your choice. I have taken these parameters and I'll be constructing a paper, or I have done a research on this, and I'm going to present it. All these things has to be present in your theoretical framework. So in the stage 2, you will be mentioning about your research methodology. You will be giving a small introduction about your research, either a descriptive or experimental or exploratory research. Then you will be mentioning about your research design. Normally for social science people, will be mentioning about the descriptive. Correlational study in certain cases of psychology as well as in HR, you will be mentioning it. Experimental study is for the science background people, psychology, sociology, that is medical psychiatry. So you will be mentioning this research design. And review, this one particularly is for linguistics or language oriented people. So English department or Tamil or Hindi, uh, specific language, you will be mentioning your research design as and review oriented. So for here, I'll just tell you, the English department people or the language department people, you can just keep a pause till your stage 2, that is review article. So after that, you will not be involving any kind of data in your study. So you will be keeping a pause. So you have normally two stages of your research. In one is case study, and the other one is the review article. So you can just keep a pause here. And the meta-analysis is for mathematics and statistical people. So what kind of a research design you are adopting, you have to address it here. And the third one will be your data collection. What kind of an data you are going to implement in your study, either a primary data or an secondary data. For social science people, both the things. Finance background, commerce people, you will be mentioning about, suppose if you are doing it in finance, you will be mentioning about your secondary data. Normally if you are going for some market study or HR study or a new study, you will be mentioning about your primary data. Then you have to mention about your questionnaire construction, then the pilot study and the normalization. These two aspects, many people are missing out from the paper nowadays. So pilot study, definitely you have to mention. You have to mention what kind of an reliability value, that is, if you are using a Cronbach's alpha, you can just mention that one, and you can just say that if it is more than 0.8, you can go for the higher end, that is the original research. So likewise, you can just mention that one. And the validity, what kind of an validity has this particular research has adopted, or it is going to say about for the future. So that is for the validity. And based upon your normalization, this is for the last stage. What kind of a statistical tool you are going to use will be dependent upon this normalization. Suppose if the data is normalized, you will be using an parametric test, and if the data is not normalized, you will be using an non-parametric analysis. So that also depends upon. Normally, you have to mention these two aspects. Then the next stage. And the next stage will be your sampling methodology and sampling selection. Nowadays many tools are there. You can just the previous from 1960s, if you adopt De Morgan's table is there. So sample calculations will be mentioned based upon the formula which has been used by De Morgan. So with the help of De Morgan's table, you can justify your sample, or G Power, a special software is there. So you can use that particular software for selecting the sample. So uh, be sure that whenever before going for statistical tools, there are necessity of sample size. So normally when you just go for an AMOS testing, if you are going and using AMOS, normally they just say that you have to use more than 200 samples. If you use below 200 also, it will be extracting the results, but the results will not be so appropriate to your particular study. So these are the steps involved in writing the research methodology. And then the third stage will be your results. You have to exactly mention what tables you have used and what are the figures. So do not take the entire table from the statistical analysis tool, that is software, and don't put it here. Concise it and put the actual result. To my opinion, if you are doing an ANOVA or repeated measure of ANOVA or regression, kindly mention the coefficient value and the significance alone. That is more than enough for us. So if you are writing that whether they are significantly influencing or not, so you can just mention exactly that particular coefficient value as well as the significance value, and you can just present your table. Present main findings referring to the tables in your underneath your table. If certain people will be writing the entire description of the table starting from the beginning till the end, kindly do not do that one. Kindly write which are all the variables which are facing negativity and which are all the variables which are facing positivity, to the point. Some 3 or 4 lines. Do not take much lines in interpreting the table. So normally why I just cut short all these things is that when you just go for publication, the journal will be asking the number of pages which you have. They will be having a limit for the pages. So during that time, it will be very hectic for you. After completing the entire paper, it will be so hectic for you to again compile it or paraphrasing. It will be very hectic. So while writing itself, follow some 4 or 5 lines to interpret your table, and after that you will be writing the interpretation. Do not repeat the results simultaneously. After saying it in numbers, we will be concluding it with the theory part. Suppose the significant there is significant influence of emotional intelligence, work life balance on emotional intelligence means we will be mentioning that significance, p value, probability value, and again we will be concluding that there is a significant influence on emotional intelligence and uh, work life balance. Kindly do not do that one. Instead of mentioning about the numbers, you can just write directly the theory part of it. So this is how you have to present your result. And then the fourth stage will be your introduction. So in the introduction part, you will be mentioning about the review of literature. You will be taking the help from the stage 2, that is review article. So kindly mention 4 or 5 articles, whichever it is necessary, and also do follow the hierarchy, that is recently published. It should be in descending. Suppose if you are publishing an article in 2020 means you have to follow the descending order: 2019, 18, 17, 16. Likewise, you have to follow. So these things just have a note on it. And after that, you will be writing about the aim and the statement of the problem. Aim is nothing but you will be knowing that what you are going to achieve at the end of the project, that is going to be your aim. And the statement of the problem is nothing but the problem which is currently prevailing and why you are addressing it. So that one has to be mentioned in your statement of the problem. All these steps will be similar to your PhD research work or an MRP research work. Similar to that, a mini PhD or an uh, MRP project, you will be consolidating and you will be presenting it in some 10 pages or so. So all these stages will be same. Next stage will be your objective conceptual model, and you will be mentioning about your research gap. So let me show an example of the objectives which I have framed. So here I am just measuring about the service climate. I have just taken the help from the stage 1 and stage 2 where I mentioned about the service climate. So this one I have mentioned measured in the District Central Cooperative Bank. This is these are the some basic objectives which I have framed, and this is my proposed model. This model is a new model. I said about in the theory in the stage 1 of this original research paper. I said about either construct your own model or buy a previous one. So with this help from the 2007 paper, I have just I'll show you in. See, from here they have mentioned number of variables here. So what I have done is that I have just consolidated this one into two broad spectrums. I have constructed a new outcome of it and the end result also. So this is the basic conceptual model which I have built, and even I have proved it in the original research work. So this is about the conceptual model. Then your research gap. This research gap is nothing but previous literatures, whatever you have done, and previous literatures, what other researchers have done, and what is the gap you have identified from those research papers which you are going to address it in the present study. So for this I'll just show you uh, these people have kept on measuring the same that is the variables they have mentioned. They have not segmented it underneath some broad spectrum. So what I did was I just mentioned about the HR practices, and two broad spectrums. I have mentioned it here, and I have segmented it like underneath this broad spectrum. I have brought all the variables. So this particular gap has not been taken from. This particular gap has been missed out by these people, which I have segmented and I have presented in my research work. So this is how your introduction portion has to end up, and the stage 5, with the help of your interpretation, you will be writing about your discussion. First, answer the main research question which you have mentioned, that is your main objective. So after that, discuss about the negative variables. Explain what you have found new from the negativity without exaggerating. Kindly do not, this exaggerating is nothing but kindly do not write the same lines repeatedly for 3 or 4 paragraphs. So normally it will be kind of the researcher, that is the editor, will be finding it very difficult for going through the entire research work. So this is the stage 5 about the discussion, and the stage 6 will be your conclusion. So after writing the introduction portion, just give some introduction to the introduction about your topic in the conclusion. Then give suitable suggestions and suggestions for your future research work, for your future research work as well as for others also. You can just mention it here. In certain articles it will be mentioned as normally they will be consolidating everything under discussion and they will be writing it. So I have just segmented it into 6 stages and I have just concluded accordingly. So the other steps after completing your research paper, you have to mention about your references. So normally for references you can just use some softwares for mentioning about your references. That is, let me show you an example of it. So here I have mentioned about the Mendeley's. In this, I'll tell you a criteria. at the last of this paper, so or increasing your citation. So normally when you just include all these papers have been done by me, and I have included all these papers. So normally in whatever format you want, you can just take and use this help of this Mendeleev's, and you can just go for your references. Otherwise, if you find that one to be very difficult, means you can just go for this particular. I'm sorry. Normally, you can just use these steps in writing.
ஏப்பா ஹலோ
Normally you can just follow these steps in writing the references. So if you find that particular Mendeleev's software, it is free of cost. Till certain extent it is free of cost, and after that you have to pay some subscription for uploading and indexing. So I'll tell you all those things in the forthcoming, that is part 2. So you can just opt this one for writing your reference. While writing your review itself, simultaneously kindly do this reference also, because once if you just skip out this step, it will be very hectic for you to compile the entire portion. So kindly do it simultaneously. So this is about the so this is about reference, and kindly do not misquote it. Certain things we will be misquoting the based upon the numbers as well as the years, we will be misquoting it. Kindly do not do that one. If you are going for some Scopus index or Web of Science, kindly do not misquote it instantly. Where in the plagiarism check itself, there will be, it will be showing an query related to your paper. So and so reference has been misquoted. Kindly change that one. So kindly do not do that one. So after completing this stage, the eighth stage will be writing your abstract. State your main objective and summarize the important results and conclusion. And moreover, just give some 2 or 3 keywords. Kindly do not construct more number of keywords. It will be ending up in when other people search for any kind of research which is based upon your topic. So the system will directly miscode them to go for some other paper. So kindly do use 2 or 3 keywords. For example, if you are using emotional intelligence, work-life balance, kindly use those 2 words alone. Kindly do not mention about your industry, or if it is very necessary, that is, if you are doing it in a particular industry, that is a banking industry, means if it is necessary for you, kindly use your industry. Otherwise, kindly do not use that particular industry. This will help you out in getting the number of views in your research work, that is your research article. So this is the stage 8, and stage 9 will be writing your title. Either in the first stage itself, you will be writing your research title. Kindly reframe it after at the end of your completion of journal. Avoid long sentences. Kindly avoid emotional intelligence and work-life balance of this particular or banking industry. Just use the hint of it. Do not write it in some 2 or 3 lines, which will again have an impact on your search results. So whenever you just give your keyword and the title to be very nearing, means you will be having, the people will be finding it very easy for the reference, as well as you will be getting the number of views on that. After number of views, if they want to quote your paper also, normally your indexing will be increasing, that is citation index. So till here the part 1, writing the journal, writing the article, is complete. Now the second part will be your that is identifying the proper journal. Initially, let me start with an intro about it. Why to write and publish an research article? So this is some basic information. That is, you can share your discoveries. Science people, you can share your discoveries or new concepts for improving the knowledge. Then the second part underneath that, we will be interested in going for MRP or UGC stride projects for our career development. So for funding also, we will be doing our research paper. Normally, UGC stride is asking for some two Scopus or UGC CARE journal. So you can just go for the publication. And then after that, for getting promotion in certain institutions or universities, normally you should have your citations and the number of publications. Let me show you uh, the API score, which is not necessary for an assistant professor. Moreover, in the third class of A itself, they have mentioned about the research paper for a referred journal with a decent impact factor. Uh, 15 marks will be given for publication. Non-referred. This referred is nothing but if you are going to publish in some UGC CARE or Scopus, Web of Science, science people, you can just biotechnology people, you will be doing it in Nature or SCI Index or PubMed, whatever it is. These journals are referred, and you will be getting a score of 15 out per paper. And in non-referred journals with a decent impact factor, you will be getting around 10. And for conference proceedings, also you will be getting something around 10. So this is the basic criteria which which comes under UGC as academic performance index. This has been quoted by UGC, so you can have a look at this. This is third class A, and these are the important facts you should follow. These many scores you will be getting while going for a promotion. So for promotional activity, we will be doing a paper. Then for recognition, suppose if you are going for the institution is going for an NAC activity. So in that aspect, normally you can see NAC always supports Web of Science. This is Web of Science and this is Scopus. So they just only accept the papers which have been published in these three. This is ICICI, and this particular list which has been framed by this NAC committee has been attached. You can just download it from this concept. So Web of Science, normally I just advise people, if you are social science people, you can just go for Scopus, or science background people, SI or ACI or Web of Science. So normally you can just go for it. So this is for recognition. And for achievement, nowadays even for PhD you need to publish in UGC CARE. That has become mandatory. So for achieving your graduation, you have to submit your paper. So this is why we have to write in these are all compulsions, and normally certain people will follow the aspect that within a span of 3 or 4 months they will be publishing the paper. Kindly take around 6 months of time for completing a paper and publishing it. Do not take more than 6 months, because your research will be outdated from that particular time period. So next one will be the common hindrances. Whenever this is the basic, and everybody's feel that whenever starting in research work, whether my research work is right or wrong. If I write it after till the end, we will be having this particular uh, doubt that whether it will be accepted, whether I have mentioned all the references, whether whether the journal is valid or not. All those things. Kindly write your article, publish it, so the editor will find the mistakes out of your research work, and not the mistakes, he will be rectifying it. So kindly do not have this kind of a feel. Always write your research paper, directly go for publication. Kindly do not stop that publication whether it is right or wrong. So this is the basic feel of everybody. And after that, these are some of the extraneous things, that is competitions for space. Normally, a good journal will be having some kind of limitation for the spacing. Suppose if you are just going for Sage publication, they do charge around some $800 for all the process. That comes around nearly 75,000, I think so, per research work. So what they will be doing is that they will be limiting the paper. Why the journal is so costly means they will be limiting the paper, as well as they need to publish only the uh, best paper out of the research work. So this is basic competitions for space, as well as this particular criteria which hits everybody, that is the cost of publication is very high. So this one is also there, and the rejection ratio depends upon the journal, the rejection will happen. So these things are the common hindrances we are facing, and this is going to be your process of the research paper. So I have just segmented it into 4 stages. That is, after the completing the research work, the stage 1 will be your completion of the research work. Stage 2 will be your preparation of the manuscript. The third one will be your submission of the manuscript, and the fourth one will be the reviewer's decision. So this one, submission of the manuscript, check these things which has to be followed in each and every step. So check the flow of the manuscript. So I have just mentioned the stages in writing a research article, so you can just have a look at that. Check the flow of manuscript, grammar, and as well as the spellings. So after completing this, you have to read the instructions carefully. These instructions for a particular journal, if you have selected, you have to go through the instructions and you have to design your research work according to their need. So this is the second step in submission. And write your covering letter explaining about your manuscript. That is, I'll tell you, you can just have some quote from your abstract and give the result exactly, which will help the editor to go through the entire research work so easily. So you have to design the covering letter, and you have to explain your manuscript in some 3 or 4 lines. So the fourth stage will be your self plagiarism. In this particular stage, what we will be doing is that we will be checking our own plagiarism, and uh, there is 2 criterias. One thing is that when you just go and check your plagiarism, uh, you need to upload. It will be asking that whether to upload or not upload. So kindly do not upload your document. Suppose if you upload your document, again it will be showing without any kind of third party's proof. Again, when you just send your paper to the editor, it will be showing 100 percentage of plagiarism. Kindly do not upload your journal before publishing. If you are doing a self plagiarism check, be cautious on uh, doing this plagiarism. Kindly do not upload it. Even for PhD scholars, do not upload your document in whatever software you use, either Turnitin or Ubuntu. You can just Urkund. If you just check your plagiarism, kindly do not upload it. So after submitting your paper, you have to follow these steps before submitting. So after submission, depends upon the researcher for giving the result. That is, if it is a good, if it is a decent score, impact factor journal means, normally they will be using double blind peer reviewed system. So 2 reviewers will be there, and they will be reviewing. Those reviewers will be an expert in your particular field of study. So they will be reviewing it, and they will be sending you the acceptance for publication. Normally it will take again 2 steps. That is, they will be reversing your concept, that is your research work, and then only after corrections, then only they will be accepting for your accepting for publication. So normally it will take around 2 steps, and the final stage is publication. During that, you will be filling up the copyrights transfer to be getting published. So These are the mandatory steps to be followed. So this rejection, I'll just tell you in the forthcoming, because whatever concept is there, whatever title you have selected, that particular title has to match with the journal's specialization. If suppose if your topic doesn't match with the journal specialization, means directly the journal will be rejecting your paper, saying that we are sorry, we are not doing this particular specialization in our journal. So kindly you can just go for some other journal, or you can just, if you want to publish in the same journal, means you can just go for some rectifications in the that is spellings and grammars. You can just change the wordings and you can just go for it. So this is about identifying the good journal. First, initially, when you just go and search for a good journal, I'll just tell you a hint in selecting a journal for your specific topic. So before that, you have to analyze the citation score for it. So when you just go for citation scores, it will be like impact factor or the SJF factor or SNIF factor in Scopus. So you can just go and see those things, what kind of rating they are into. So normally it should be calculated by the neutral party. Kindly have a note on this. I'll tell you what is a neutral party is about. Then the peer analysis, what kind of an control measure they are following in scrutinizing your paper. So those things you have to have a note on that. After that, the circulation and coverage. Circulation is nothing but it's a monthly journal or bi-monthly journal or quarterly journal or biannual journal or an annual journal. Just see that one, and from that itself you can identify whether it is a good journal or not. So other factors like the journal ranking and discussion platform, you can just go for the chat room in the journal, and you can find out whether those chat rooms are very decent. So you can just find out the communication between the editor as well as the candidate, and you can find out whether it is a good journal or it's an bogus one. So use these criteria for selecting. So normally each and every journal nowadays are having ISSN and ISBN number. So there is no so these are the basic things where you can just identify and these things you have to have it in mind before selecting the journal. So what is the citation score and what kind of a control measure they are using. All these things will be given in their homepage of the journal itself. So you can just have an note on it. So I'll just give an hint of selecting your specific topic journal at the end of this slide. It's a a single line, so you can just go for the selection. So this is how the stages and the weighing of the weightage of the journals are going to be. I said about the neutral party. Now, Scopus, Web of Science, Google, UGC CARE, Annexure. These are UGC CARE as well as Annexure are in the nationalized neutral parties, where they will be ranking or rating the journal upon their number of publications as well as the citations. So Scopus, normally you have Q1, Q2, Q3, and Q4. When you just divide a graph into four parts, quartile 1, quartile 2, quartile 3, and quartile 4. So four parts, four kinds of segmentations will be there in Scopus. It will be very hard for people to get published in Q4 itself, because normally it will take around some 3 or 4 reversals, and after that only this particular journals will be accepting for the publication. Suppose if the journal is immediately accepting for the publication, means it will be there in the Scopus database, where they are concentrating on the money part, where the quality of the journal will be going down. simultaneously they cannot achieve their citation. That is their score for indexing. So let me show the current page of Scopus, how they are calculating it. So this is the dashboard of Scopus. Now, normally when you just go and search for, you can just use this option to select the subject area or title or the publisher or ISSN. Just give your source here and find out. Let me take out this particular journal. This is a medical paper journal which is concerned about cancer patients. So this journal only concentrates on cancer treatments, and it also appreciates only the papers from the candidates related to cancer. So when I just select a journal, when I just clicked on that particular journal, it will take you to a new page where in that the Scopus indexing, this is the current indexing. So you can just see from 1950 to present, they have just been indexed, and the publisher name will be mentioned here, and their ISSN number. There are two ISSN number. You can just use this ISSN number as a print ISSN number. So their specific subject area, hematology as well as oncology, they are using only two specializations, hematology and oncology. If suppose papers are in other specializations, means generally these journals will never accept. Just for example, I'm showing this medical paper. So you can just see their side scores here, SJR factor, SNIF factor, and their calculations are also shown here. That is, this side score will be citations count 2018 divided by that is number of publications from 2015 to 17. So they have given the values here. So you can just have a note of it, and their site score has increased. This is the topmost journal in Scopus for medical paper. So their site score is 160. When you just go and find out the paper, that is 2015 to 17, they have published only 126 papers. So the number of publications, I said that the number of publications also matters. So from this itself, you can identify this is an good, well-performed journal. So this is their site score for 2019. So and these are the national level. These are international level. That is, these three are international level, and these two I have mentioned for the national level, where you can just go for UGC CARE, and I know that you people know about it. So these are the major search engines. These are the neutral parties. They will be weighing the or giving the weightage to the publications, that is the journals. That is the second one, publication houses. Elsewhere, Taylor and Franchisee, all these things are publication houses. And after that only individual journal will be coming. For example, to your specific area. Now I said about this particular cancer paper, which was given by Willis. So normally that is a publication house. It comes under Scopus. So major neutral search engines are this one. Underneath, the publication houses will be given the weightage. Underneath them, their specific journal, that is the cancer journal which you have seen right now. So this is how the entire stages of journal takes place. So I have just given a hint about Scopus alone. Web of Science also follows the same strategy, and moreover SCI and Nature also follows the same strategy for giving the weightage. So this is your H indexing. Normally, to my viewpoint, this H indexing is limited. It's not an appropriate method of calculating the citation. When, for example, let me tell you, suppose if a particular researcher has published a paper, 8 papers, and the first paper is cited for 33 times, second paper is 30, and simultaneously it gets decreasing. At this particular point, you can see a line. The sixth paper is cited for 6 times. So your H index will be 6. Suppose your seventh paper is getting published, that is cited for 7 times, means your H index will be 7. So this particular criteria is followed by major people, that is even Google uses H index and I10 index. So this one is not so appropriate, but even though we are using it, so instead of this, my viewpoint is G index. Suppose if you have published around 20 papers, out of which only 5 papers have been cited, means your G index will be 20. So when you just compare H index and G index, your G index will be 20, as well as your H index will be only 3. You can see the numbers here: 350, 35, 10, and 3. The fourth paper which has been published has been cited for 3 times. So whatever value it is there, it will be showing it here. So this particular terminology says that 3 papers with at least 3 citations have been done by that particular researcher. So this is about H index, comparison between an H index and a G index. And I10 index is nothing but 10 citations with at least 10 citations. The number of papers should be, for example, if as a researcher, if you publish a paper, if your paper is having 10 citations, means your H index will be increasing to 1. So all these things are manually calculated, and even you can also calculate it. Suppose if you are not interested in going for this particular manual calculation, certain tracking agencies are there. So these tracking agencies are nothing but they will be tracking your paper, and like as Google does, you can just upload your paper, and let me show you an example of this. So this is my academic.edu. I have mentioned ResearchGate is there, and moreover Mendeley's also follows this same strategy. So normally after uploading this paper in Mendeley's, you can synchronize it, and it will be taking you to a new web page. So you will be having an active web page here. So it will be tracking your citation. So this is about tracking agency. This is academic.edu. This is my citations, and I have uploaded the papers. Normally for getting this one, you need to pay around some 250 Indian rupees for uploading your papers and getting the citations. Normally it will be reflecting in everybody's mailbox that your citation work has been quoted for so and so times, 250 times or 350 times. Normally you can opt this one, and you can just uh, keep on increasing your citation. So this is about the tracking agency. So to my knowledge, I just found out ResearchGate, as well as academic.edu, as well as Mendeley's also. So you can just go for these kinds of indexing tracking agencies, and you can increase your citation index. So this is about the citation index, and this is my last slide. The important factor: whatever concept you have done, suppose you have done it in an emotional intelligence, a paper about emotional intelligence, means you will be referring the paper in the first stage, that is case study, as well as in the review papers. Kindly see the references of those papers underneath, and find out the appropriate journal. You can find out the name of the journal, and you can just opt the journal for your publication also. So this is about an important fact. You can just select your journal from the other people reference, and you can just select your journal for your publication. And one more added point is that kindly do not publish, if you are following a same strategy, suppose emotional intelligence you are following underneath the emotional intelligence journal, means kindly do not change your journal, which will help you in building up your citation score, that is H index or G index. Simultaneously, the same number of papers will be cited by others as well as your friends group. And if they also upload it, you will be getting your citation score for it. So do not, if you have a particular concept and a particular journal, just do the papers continuously in that. If it is a different concept, for example, I said a comparison between emotional intelligence as well as in work-life balance. Emotional intelligence, in the emotional intelligence journal you do. Work-life balance in some management journal you are doing means just follow the same journal, which will help you in citation indexing. So normally you can just boost up your citations. So this is about uh, the selection of the journal. So I thank you. I just end up my session here. I think so. It would have I would have given some certain inputs to you. So thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. It's really a very informative session. Such in chat box, there are more questions, sir. Shall I ask?
Yes, ma'am.
Sir, Sir Narayana Ramachandran sir asked how to read a research paper. Is there any standard procedures or any easy method?
Yeah. Is sir is there, ma'am? In the
Yes, sir. Sir is here and all the participants are here.
okay, ma'am. Okay. So to address sir's question, I do use an methodology called as skim reading. So when I just take out a paper, simultaneously what I'll do is that I'll just copy the author's name. I'll find out whether the particular concept is matching. That is, this particular concept is matching with my research. And if suppose if it meets the criteria, means I'll just select the title as well as the author's name. I'll just entirely copy this one and I'll paste it in a fresh word sheet. After that, just read out the abstract. Certainly, if you are not getting an ideology about the entire research, means kindly do not take this abstract. Instead of that, just directly, because you have got an idea from this itself, that is, this paper is about service climate, and you just directly jump off to the research methodology portion, where you can just find out the variables and the sampling size and other things. So I'll just share my slide. I have just given the steps in writing a review also. So after copying that the title, just go to this research methodology portion, select the sample selection, have a read about it, and directly just go to the end. Because all these things, the researcher will be interested in finding out his own facts. So it is not much important for us, because we need only the core concept and actually the result of it. So in this, after reading out the research methodology portion, you can just directly go to the conclusion portion, have a read about it, and you can just conclude it, or you can just write your entire research. Simultaneously, you have to write your citation also, sir. So these three steps, that is writing your take down your heading, and if you are downloading a paper, take down your heading, the author's name, then go to your research methodology portion, and then you can just go for your conclusion and find out what has happened. Before that, in the second stage, just read out and see what has happened in the abstract, what they have discussed in the abstract. Certainly, if it is not giving much knowledge, means directly go to research methodology, because already you've got an idea about what is the concept is about. And then the conclusion. I think so sir has got an idea. I'll share my slides so that you can just
Yes, sir.
yes.
Yes, sir. Another questions. Most of the participants are asked about the journals. So,
Yes, ma'am.
Suggest about the few UGC CAR list and also about the Scopus journals, how it is affordable or not, and highly valuable journals. Please refer it eventually. So most of the participants are asked, sir.
To my viewpoint, many journals are not free, because ma'am, all the departments are there, ma'am.
Yes, sir. All the departments are there.
Even
And also
science
another yes, sir. Yes, sir. All the departments, even engineering, medicine, medical, all the departments are there.
Okay. Normally, when you just go for an paper publication, there are certain decent journals which you can just go and opt for it. But no journal is free of cost, except the science background journals, that is Nature, SCI Index, and as well as your medical journals. So in certain cases, why medical journals are free of cost means because people will be ready to get that copyrights from that particular doctor or so, and they will be opting it for finding out certain medicines, and they can use the benefit out of it. Normally for social science or arts and science people, no journal is free of cost. You have to opt for certain paid journals, and there are some journals which I can just refer it as uh, for psychology people, psychiatric rehabilitation. Sorry, I have not mentioned about the journal name here because it will become unethical in doing an I need to get prior permission, so that is the constraint. I have not mentioned any journal. So when you just go for an publication for psychology people, psychological rehabilitation, which is a nationalized journal, and test management and engineering journal, uh, it's an UK based one, so you can just go for it. Many journals you just refer or find out from the previous reference work, find out whether if it is repeated for many times means it's a good journal and you can just go for it. Kindly have the queries in the chat box. If you just go to their contact details, you can just post n number of questions, ask them whether you are publishing in this particular concept, so that they will reply you back. And you can also ask for the publication charges there itself. There is no harm. You can just ask there and you can go for your publication. So as of right now, I have just mentioned about some two journals. So be you should be much careful about the care journal. So certainly after 3 months, each and every 3 months, that particular journal is removed from the list. So you should be much careful about the publishing in UGC care group 1 journals. So that is my viewpoint.
Sir,
Sir, another question, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
Sampath,
Sir,
can I interrupt in between?
Yeah, sure, ma'am. Sure, ma'am. Please go ahead.
Session today, and after a long time, I've been hearing your excellent speech, and it was a very good guidance to the researchers, scholars who are doing now. And even if we are expert scholars, certain small clues which you had given was very useful. We learned it from it. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you so much.
sir, another question, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
Sir, scopus and impact factors, sir. So how we have to compare it, whether the impact factor is used, how do we have to notify that impact factors?
Yes, ma'am. That's what. You see, even I have just missed out my citations because of hectic work. We will not be able to track our journal. Suppose if our colleagues itself publishing the same paper in the same title or which is similarly related, you can have an courtesy from them, or you can just mention their name in your paper, but the title should be same. So you can just have a courtesy in mentioning that one. To my knowledge, this academic.edu, they are doing an some perfect job because it's a paid one only. So normally, let me show you my mail itself. So this is my name, which has been mentioned, and you can have a look at this. A minute. So I think so everybody's mailbox will be hitting a mail like this from academic.eu. Someone recently saw the paper about impact of service quality. So this paper is about mine. when you just go and see, you need to purchase this one. Certain times we will not be having much time to do that one, so you need to uh, s- use these kinds of services for improving your citation. So normally when you just go and upload your paper in Google also, certain times it misses out. So you need to opt this one. This one is costing around some 249. Let me show you also. So if I want to upload my papers, all these papers has been uploaded. It will be like your Gmail page only. After uploading your paper, so it will be asking you to pay for the entire year or a monthly one. So whenever it is necessary, to my knowledge, whenever it is necessary. So I'm just selecting all the papers. So I have around 35 plus papers. So I'm just uh, going for some 1 or 2 papers because it will take some time. So let me upload this one. So after getting uploaded, this particular paper, they will be asking you to pay. So if it is necessary, suppose if it is necessary for this month to boost up your citation score, means kindly subscribe this every monthly. So they will be asking the details about the publication name, and kindly fill out all these papers for each and every paper which you have published. So as of right now, I'm just giving some names. So I'm just saving this paper and I'm just going for it.
பாப்பா சவுண்ட்
Initial,
கேட்க மாட்டேங்குது.
so you can just see here. If you are going for an yearly subscription, it costs around 208 rupees. Suppose if you are going for a single month, means it will be around 249 rupees or something like that. So you can opt this particular services. So kindly check it. I'm not guaranteeing you this one. Kindly check it. If this particular mail, can just go on. I think so. There was a break. Sorry. Even in Scopus, you have this particular contact box. Even from your mobile phones, you can just go and chat with them. So some basic questions will be there. Otherwise, there is a chat option. You can just go for this. Mention the journal name, as well as kindly do mention the ISSN number. Otherwise, those people will not be able to identify what particular journal you are mentioning about. So you can have a chat here simultaneously. So they have 24 hours of service. So you can just opt this one, and you can use this facility for selecting the journal. See, I'm not beating around the bush. I'm not supposed to prescribe any journal. That's the problem. In a public forum, I shouldn't do that one. Like it'll be again become a marketing for them. So this is about you can opt this one. Otherwise, ResearchGate is there, so you can have a track of it. Even my Google scores, if you see, I have only 7 citations. So you can see mine also. I'll show you mine. I have only H factor as only one. So normally what will happen is that if you just, I have uploaded 35 plus articles as well as, so you can just manually upload also. See, when you just upload the papers, my single paper alone, because all these papers have been not tracked by Google. So my H index will be again 1 from 2005. So it is not the actual criteria. So instead of that, I just tell you to use this kind of websites like academic.edu, or you can just see here. Yeah, this mail only I just need to show. So you see, there are 248 mentions of your name in your citation. So you can just have a look at that, but you have to pay for it. So you can just have a note about it. I think so. You got an idea about the citation.
Sir,
Yes, ma'am.
sir, another question, sir. It's from a science
Yes, ma'am.
side, I think so.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
you have shown the case study, sir, steps of the case study.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
it is applicable for the medical case study also, that
Yeah,
participant is
definitely, ma'am.
asking.
Okay, medical paper.
And for medical paper, we have to follow the case study steps.
There is it will become again case study, means from previous literatures you will be taking, ma'am. For this COVID, we had an mark, that is this COVID is corona is corona. The term corona was mentioned in some 10th standard books. If I'm not wrong, many people would have got that WhatsApp message. So normally in a case study, we will be taking the cases from the previous thing. That is, this corona is an entire, this is a family. Underneath that one, this particular new corona, new COVID has been arrived. So the similar name has been opted here. So with that courtesy, we can just, if it is a medicinal paper, if you are studying the structure of that particular COVID as well as the new corona, means you can just compare that one and give an case study. If I'm you got the
Sir?
point. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, sir. Sir, another person is asking, it's the last question, I think so.
Yes, ma'am.
Lohanathan, sir, can you
Yes,
suggest ABDC journals in management, sir?
I shouldn't do that one. Instead of that, I can just, if they text me, I can just refer some of the journals, because in a public forum, I shouldn't do that one.
Okay, sir.
I'm much sorry about that, sir.
So most of the persons asking about the Scopus journal, which is referred to us, which is feasible for
Yes,
us.
ma'am. Yes, I'll just refer the journal, but even ABDC journal also you can just find out from the chat room itself, which is which when you just go to the ABDC website, you can just find out which is mentioning about your particular topic or the title. So it should be you can just have a note about it. Otherwise.
Okay, sir. So shall we, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
It's
Any
audible?
other questions, ma'am?
Sir, I think it's every question has been covered, it, sir. So,
Yes, ma'am.
so there is no questions. It's the last question, I think so. Yes, sir. Shall we conclude it, sir?
Yes, ma'am. Definitely, ma'am.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. I would like to call. I request Dr. K. Padmavati ma'am to give the vote of thanks.
Good afternoon, everybody. First, my heartfelt thanks to our respected management for their valuable guidance and encouragement in all our effort. I thank our beloved principal ma'am, Dr. V. Pushpalata, for her support to ensure that this event becomes successful. Thank you, ma'am. I also express my sincere thanks to our resource person, Mr. Sambat Nagi, sir, for his valuable speech. It was very informative, sir, for writing an article in an effective manner. Thank you, sir. My heartfelt thanks to all participants from various destinations. Thank you all. Last but not least, I thank you, my dear friends and team members, for making this webinar in grand successful. Once again, I thank you all. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for your speech. Sir,
Thank you,
so
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
participants from various states like Andhra, Karnataka, then Bihar, Pondicherry. So we are very glad to hear nearly 180 participants are here, sir. So very thankful to you, sir. Once again, I want to thank for your
Thank
wonderful session. Thank you, sir.
On my behalf, thanks a lot for the wonderful session.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much. Even I was not able to cover much of the portions, like sir was asking about ABDC. So I didn't mention about in my slide. Only the basic search engines or the neutral parties I have mentioned, and some basic criteria I have mentioned. So if I just get one more direct session, you can just opt me. I'll travel to Madurai and I'll just give my session related to research.
After the COVID, we'll try, sir. We'll give you a session, another long session to discuss a lot of information to the student scholars. Okay, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Sure, we'll do that. Thanks to all.
Thank you, sir.
Thank
Thank
you,
you
sir.
so much, sir. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank
Thank you. Thank you,
Thank you,
teammates.
ma'am.
Thank
Thank you,
you,
ma'am.
all
Thank you so
my
much.
faculty members. Thanks
Thank
a
you.
lot.
Thank you for the session.
Yeah, it is
Thank
a
you.
wonderful session, and the teamwork made by all my faculty members, remarkable, awesome, excellent. I'm very proud of you, my fellow mates. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for your kind words and your lovable words. Thank you, sir, for the kind information, sir. Thank you, Batma, ma'am. Thank you, Pushpa, ma'am. And
Thank
also thank you, sir. Thank you so much for this session. Shall I leave, ma'am?
Yeah.
Thank you, Pa. Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
Okay. Okay. Shall I leave? Shall I
Yeah.
close the session? Yes, ma'am. Thank
Yeah,
you.
you can close the session, Savitri.
Yes, ma'am.